Panda and cubs in danger from a swarm of parasitic wasps, a true tale of courageous survival and rescue. Deep in the misty bamboo forests of Sichuan, China, a mother panda named Mei Yun lived peacefully with her two cubs, Bao and Lin. Mei Yun was a devoted mother, always watching over her playful cubs as they tumbled and wrestled among the dense green stalks. Life in the forest was tranquil, but danger often lurked in the most unexpected places. One fateful morning, as Mei Yun searched for fresh bamboo to feed her cubs, an ominous buzzing filled the air. It was not the sound of bees or harmless insects. This was something far more sinister. A swarm of parasitic wasps, their bodies black and glistening, emerged from a rotting tree nearby. These creatures were deadly. They laid their eggs inside other animals, and their larvae fed on the host from within. Before Mei Yun could react, the wasps attacked. Hundreds of them descended upon her and her cubs. Mei Yun roared and swiped at them, trying to shield Bao and Lin beneath her massive paws. The cubs whimpered, too small to fight back, as the wasps latched onto their soft fur, stinging viciously. The forest echoed with Mei Yun's distressed cries. She tried to run, but the wasps pursued relentlessly. The venom from their stings weakened her, and Bao collapsed from the pain. Mei Yun knew she had to find shelter, fast. She spotted a hollowed-out tree trunk, and with the last of her strength, pushed Bao and Lin inside before forcing her own massive body in after them. The wasps swarmed outside, searching for a way in. Mei Yun panted, her body covered in swollen stings. The cubs trembled against her, their tiny bodies weak from the venom. If help didn't come soon, they wouldn't survive. The rescue team arrives, far away in a conservation center. A team of panda researchers monitoring the area via drones noticed something strange. One of their tagged pandas had stopped moving. Concerned, they quickly mobilized a rescue team and trekked deep into the forest. When they arrived at Mei Yun's last known location, they found the aggressive wasp swarm circling the hollow tree. The team knew they had to act fast. If they approached recklessly, they would be attacked too. One of the rescuers, Dr. Liang, was an expert in wildlife emergencies. He signaled to his team, and they carefully set up smoke canisters around the area. When released, the thick smoke confused and disoriented the wasps, driving them away temporarily. With the threat neutralized, they rushed to the tree and peered inside. What they saw broke their hearts. Mei Yun lay exhausted, barely able to lift her head. Bao and Lin were motionless against her, their small bodies limp. Without hesitation, the team carefully carried the cubs into protective crates and injected them with an antidote to counteract the venom. They then gently coaxed Mei Yun onto a stretcher. The journey back to the conservation center was tense. The team monitored the pandas closely, knowing that if they didn't receive proper treatment in time, the venom could be fatal. A second chance at life. After hours of medical care, Bao and Lin finally stirred, their tiny eyes fluttering open. Mei Yun, though weak, lifted her head and let out a soft, relieved grunt as she saw her cubs moving again. The team cheered. Their rescue had been a success. Days passed, and with nourishment and care, Mei Yun and her cubs regained their strength. Once fully recovered, they were released back into a safer part of the bamboo forest, far away from the deadly wasps. As Mei Yun stepped back into the wild, she turned her head as if acknowledging the humans who had saved her family. Then, with Bao and Lin following close behind, she disappeared into the misty green embrace of the forest, her courage and the heroism of her rescuers forever etched in the legend of the wild.